What's up, guys? Hey, look, congratulations from going from wholesaler to real estate investor. And I'm your boy Sawan Belcher, here to help you figure out this whole appraisal thing, okay? Because it's really different coming from wholesaling and making upfront checks and not having any responsibilities to raising money, right? Taking the property down and now having all of these responsibilities, okay? So I want to teach you what you need to have for your appraisal, what can make it better. Literally, if I would have known these three things, on my last set of 4 appraisals, I probably was missing about $80,000 to $150,000 worth of value, okay? Because your appraisals really determine how much your properties are worth, which determines how much you can cash out from them when you go to refinance, which determines how much money you have to leverage to do the next deal or to go buy the next package. So look, I'm about to help you guys make more money with the houses that you've already purchased. Let's get into it. So what's up, guys? It's your boy Sawan Belcher, full-time real estate investor here. If you like to talk about finance, business, and real estate, go ahead and subscribe and like the video. Today we're going to talk a little bit about owning some property, okay? Now you guys, can't rep your set or rep your block, when your mama's renting. Let's be serious. I'm here to show you how we can go out into the marketplace without any money, without any of our own money, without any of our own credit, buy back the block, okay? Make the block better by fixing it up and then renting it out to your own people so you guys can control the block and help the gentrification cycle, okay? Because let's be serious, inflation is here. It's here, baby. And so you're either getting dragged around being the consumer, or you're doing the dragging, you're in control, being the actual, creator, investor in your own neighborhood, okay? So let's get into it and let's talk about it. So in the first video, we talked about how we need to, once we get a deal under contract, how we need to make sure that the tenant is on board and we have the right tenant, what we should be looking at to add the value physically, and then also how we bring in evidence from our partners, from our tribe, to make sure we got the correct values. And today I want to talk about on the actual appraisal deck. So at this point, you fixed up the property, the tenant stayed, they're paying rent, and you need to refinance out of the property so you can pay your private money guy back, so you can get a long-term note. Okay, now if you don't know how to raise private money, I'm actually gonna drop a link below, because me and my boy JT Hustles, love that guy, we're actually doing a private money workshop in April. Okay, so you guys make sure you be there so you can learn how to buy back the block. So today's appraisal day, we had 4 appraisals. Let me tell you about each one of them real quick. First one on Willow is a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. The tenant was renting for like $425. Now she's renting for $850. We picked it up for 40 grand. We put 15 grand in it, and we got it to appraise for $135,000 today. That's good, okay? Next one is Phillips, which is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. We picked up for 50,000 bucks. We put $12,000 in it. It's now rented out for $1,000 a month. And today it appraised for $125,000. And then the next one is 1810 Ryan Street. Is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. We picked up for $41,000. We put $7,000 in it. We got the tenant from $350 to $700, same tenant. And today it appraised at $91,000. So we did good on that one. But this one we could have done better on, which is Elwood, is a duplex. We picked it up for $80,000. We put $25,000 in, and the total rents are $1,400, and it appraised at $141. Okay. Now I say, it wasn't as good as the other ones, because those other ones we're gonna be able to withdraw cash. So like that, the Phillips house, we're going to be able to take out about $20,000, and still we're going to be able to cash flow about $700 a month on that particular deal. So that's good. On Ryan Street, we're going to be able to cash out $10,000. And then on Willow Road, we're going to be able to cash out about $25,000. Okay. So, I mean, realistically, we got a $50,000 day on our hands. But this Elwood house, we're not going to be able to cash out any. Actually, we're probably going to have to come to the table with about $5 grand to make sure we cover some of our private money costs. Okay. And now there's some things that I could have done better. Okay. And we're going to talk about these things that could help you get the most value. Okay. The most value at the appraisal table. Number one, what really helped me, the appraisal today, her name was Miss Stephanie. She said, what really helped me today, she said she's been so busy. It's hard to pull comp comps for all of the properties that she has. So today she actually had 9 appraisals, and 4 of them were for me. So that's a lot of comps to pull. And luckily I had a folder there. I had comps from our realtor, and I told you I had my own comps, and I even had pictures of before and after, so she could see what it looked like before I purchased it to now when she's seeing it. And she said, because I was able to pull up her comps, she don't have to go look for comps. Okay. Now this is a huge benefit to you because she's looking at your comps. She's not making up her own, because she could go pull up her own and some disparities like, hey, this one is lower than what I thought, or she's literally looking at the comps that I did all of my numbers off of. So that's a huge benefit. You have that appraisal day, make sure that you're prepared. You bring in your CMA from your realtor, you bring in some comps from yourself, you bring in the copies of the leases, and I put them in a folder for her, and then I take before and after pictures, and I say, hey, here you go. This is homework that you don't have to do. I know you're busy these days. She instantly loved that, because that's how our intro went. It's like, hey, my name is Sawan. I got these comps for you. And she said that really helped her out a bunch, because she's really big. Now, the next thing she said that we did well, authority in the marketplace. She knew me and I didn't know her. She said, oh, hey, Sawan. I said, hey, Stephanie, and she said, well, I know you from online. I know you're a good investor, young guy, and I know what you're doing because my son watches your videos. And then she said, last year, you also bought a 6 unit from Ronald Clapp. I do a lot of his secretarial work. So I remember you guys buying that building, and it was a smooth process for me. So, that is a nugget in itself. It's just to always be a good business person, right? To make sure you always have good intentions about what you do, and be sure that you have a local presence. Now, I know everybody's like, hey, I want to do virtual wholesaling, and I want to, flip houses in Milwaukee, and I'm in North Carolina. That's cool. Yes, we can make money like that, but this is still a relationship business. People like knowing people, and believe it or not, the people that you know in this business are going to get you way farther in this business than any kind of knowledge that you might know or be able to obtain. Okay. And just so you know, there's literally, for all 4 of these houses, I got one private money guy. You see? So I got such a good relationship in this area. One guy was willing to give me these funds. You see what I'm saying? So, make sure that you're reaching out into your local community and letting people know what your vision and what your story is, so you can be making these connections. But anyway, let's get into number 3. Okay. And lastly, what she said I did really good was all of the tenants had the house clean. Now, last week when she set up the appraisal, she asked for me to do it. She asked me, she said, hey, do you want me to call the tenants and set this up, or do you want to do it? Okay. I'm super proactive, and I know the value of, having a good relationship with the tenants. So I said, no worries. I got it. Hit all the tenants, set up the times that worked the best for them. Okay. I even grabbed my spare keys. Okay. I had all of my spare keys just in case they had, run late, or just in case a child got sick and they had to run and go to school, just in case. And I also say, hey, look, guys, make sure we clean up. Let's make a good impression. Just amazing. It really was. We actually had a really good time together. The tenants didn't feel like they were disturbed, and the appraiser was just really happy. She was actually sharing stories at the end with me of how, she believed that I was a better landlord just from meeting the tenants and seeing our houses than the last appraisal that she had yesterday. And so that right there is going to give you brownie points. Okay. So be sure that you're, making a local presence. I say do that with the website. Okay. I'll leave the link to Carrot below. Okay. I say do that through going through the local RIA meetings and just doing some wholesaling business, so you can meet multiple investors in the business. And I shoot out a bunch of referral business. Matter of fact, I even got her card, and her Instagram, and I added her on Instagram, so just be sure to put your arms in your local community. Also, make sure you have a good relationship with tenants and be able to set those times up. Because if you got any funny business going on with those tenants, whether you're not fixing something that they want fixed, or they're just unhappy for some reason, the appraiser's going to pick up on that. Okay. And then also be sure that you are ready. Okay. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Have that folder with all the comps for them. So they have to do nothing and they're relying on your data. And because they were lazy, you benefit from it. Okay. Now, look, I drop a bunch of finance, business and real estate advice right here. My goal is to help 500 people do their first real estate deal. Okay. Whether that's an assignment, a double close, whether that's raising private money or just picking up your first subject to deal by taking over somebody else's payments. I want to help you guys do that. Okay. So I'm going to leave the link to the Real Estate Made Easy course so I can help you guys do that. And I look forward to seeing you guys at the top. Have an amazing day. Peace.